Hi everyone, welcome back to Sashay with Barry. We're going to start off with some very sad news. As you can see behind me, we lost one of our very own, Miss Chichi Devayne. She's been in and out of the hospital a few weeks ago. They had said it was kidney failure, and then she was back in the hospital this week with pneumonia. And we did get the news this afternoon that she had passed away. It's very sad. She was one of my favorite queens on her season. She kind of came out of nowhere. She was one of those kind of, at first, you didn't know if she was going to do very well. From her Meet the Queens video, I was kind of counted her out, and she immediately won me over. And I loved her on her season. I loved her on All Stars. I know she didn't really want to be there and kept begging for them to send her home. And they eventually did, but she was a star. I loved seeing her. I saw her live. It's just very, very sad that she's no longer with us. She was only 34 years old. We lost a really, really strong queen and just a bright light and super positive energy. And she'll be missed. She'll be missed greatly. I believe they are still taking money to help with her medical expenses and funeral services. So you can go and look for that. All the queens are posting stuff about her, so you can find it on any queen's page. She has all the donation links that you can possibly Venmo, PayPal, Cash App, whatever you want to do, you can do it through there. Just to help out the family a little, and she will be greatly missed. She's gonna stay with me all episode because it makes me sad. But we're really here because we're gonna talk about Canada's Drag Race today. And it was the Makeover Challenge, and it was entitled, what season are we? It's season 1, of course. I was trying to think of the episode number. It's episode 8, and it is called Welcome to the Family. And it was a fun episode. I gotta say, I really, really enjoyed it. We started off by saying goodbye to Elona. She had a lovely message on the mirror. And her time was up. Really, it was. That's really all they can say about it. There wasn't much more for her to show us, I think. She would be a great addition to an All-Stars, I think. And this is definitely not the last time we're going to see Elona. She will be back at some point in some sort of fashion. In honor of our lip sync song of You Oughta Know by Alanis Morissette, I am drinking out of my Jagged Little Pill, the musical cup that I saw twice on Broadway, and I'm happy that I saw it twice because I saw it 2 days before Broadway shut down, and I'm glad I got to see it one more time. Who knows if it's going to come back when Broadway does reopen. I'm going to hold it like it's my lifeline, but I hope it does. If not, if it tours, go see the show. It is pure fantastic magic. It is such a great show. It's a good story. They've weaved her music in and changed it up enough to make it new and interesting. And the You Oughta Know is a showstopper. Literally a standing ovation every night after You Oughta Know because it was phenomenal. One of the best single numbers I've seen on Broadway in a long, long time. So, in honor of Alanis Morissette, Jagged Little Pill on Broadway. Not on Broadway anymore, but hopefully we'll be back when Broadway comes back. I'm gonna take a drink now. I hope you're drinking along with me because that makes me so much more interesting. But let's get into this episode. I'm gonna share my screen right away because I got lots of pictures. We start off the episode with our puppet challenge. I cannot express how much I love the puppet challenge. It made me very happy to have it back. Have it for the first time on Canada's Drag Race, but we haven't had one in a while on on America's Drag Race. And I don't think we had it on UK. I could be wrong about that. But I love the puppet challenge. It is literally one of my favorite things. And it's all in good fun, and I love it so much. Here's how it went down. Lemon got Priyanka, and first I'm gonna say I enjoyed all of them. To me, there was a clear winner, and not that this person did extra special about anything extra above the other ones. It was just kind of the best one that they showed, and I know that they edit things so that the one that they want to win wins. And it was really a really good one that they showed. But Lemon got Priyanka. It was really funny. She made fun of her in the best possible way. It was completely shady, and this is what reading is supposed to be. It is supposed to be done where it's shady, but with a good heart. And you won't hear me compliment Lemon that often, but she did a good job on this. Priyanka then got Lemon. It was kind of funny how they got each other. This one was really cute as well. Priyanka is really funny. And she and Lemon are friends, so she had a lot that she could play off of. I loved the whole tiara thing, saying that if she was hiding her wig line and she took it off the wig line, the lace was a mess. Super funny. Just a good job. Like I said, I loved all of them. Then we had Jimbo doing Scarlet Bobo. This made me die. It was so funny when she stuffed the filler into her cheek. I was dying on the stage. And Scarlett was like, not a lie. It is what it is. I don't know if you can see these, but I get notifications that I forgot to turn off. So maybe you'll see them popped up as I share my screen. Who knows? I'll look at the video and find out. But Jimbo's great. She's funny as well. They cut hers really short. So I think there's probably a lot more that they could have showed, but editing, you know. Scarlett got Rita Baga. This was the winner of the week, and I agree with it. It was so funny. I love that she did the French accent. I think that's kind of what took it over the top. This makeup is crazy. She put on the ugly wig that she wore last week. And she was very dour, and she informed us that Rita has a crush on Lemon, apparently. Who knew? Have we not known this the whole time? But apparently there's a little crush there. And there was some dirty talk, and then she finished by saying that Rita had zero personality. It was so funny. She deserved this win, and it was time for her to win. However, I don't know that I have ever seen a trip given away as a mini challenge win. Maybe it was because we'll find out in the end, the maxi challenge win was very different, and so maybe the trip was supposed to be for that, but they gave something different instead. So they gave it to the mini challenge. I don't know. But she got a 7-day trip to Cuba, which is phenomenal to me. I feel bad that these queens probably can't travel right now, but that is a great trip, and I hope she gets to enjoy it at some point. Finally, we had Rita Vaga doing Jimbo. She was very excited to get Jimbo because they had their little spot last week. I thought there was something on my face, but there's just something on my screen. So it looks like there's a big dot on my forehead right there. You can't see it because it's just on my screen. But she got Jimbo, and she put all the feathers on, which Jimbo loves to do. And she put the tears in her eyes, which I believe they must have been Jimbo's. She must have taken them from Jimbo to use. So Jimbo was a good sport about it. She put out there the information that about Jimbo calling out Jeffrey in Untucked last week about him not knowing the English language, which was pretty interesting to throw that out there right in front of Jeffrey. So that's some shady shade. But still all in good fun. And none of these queens' feelings were hurt by it at all. And they all had a really good time, I think, doing the puppets, and I did as well. Here's a picture of all the puppets, and this is where I'm going to talk about what do they do with these puppets? Do they go in some kind of archive? Do they just throw them away? Do the queens get to keep them? I don't know. My suggestion is, because we find out later that they're going to be doing a makeover challenge with some men from the Rainbow Railroad, which I had never heard of, and now I am in love with this organization. I can't wait to look more into them. I can't wait to find out more about what they do and how I can help, because after this episode, I was ready to quit my job and go work for them, because what they are doing is amazing. So my thought was, maybe they auction these puppets off and donate the money to Rainbow Railroad. I can't say it, but I love it. Rainbow Railroad. Because the work that these people are doing is extraordinary. That's the only way I can talk about it. It's really, really fantastic. So what we're doing this week is the Makeover Challenge. I'm going to stop sharing my screen just for a moment. So it is our Makeover Challenge, and I love the Makeover Challenges. They are either really good or really bad usually, and we got a little bit of both. They weren't, not, I won't say that because none of them were really bad, but there were definitely some strong ones. And Scarlet gets to pair up the queens, and she did a pretty fair job. She took who I thought would have been the hardest choice for her personally to take, with a very dark-skinned African man from Uganda, and she did a great job with him. She really, really showed that she knows how to do makeup. She did tell us at some point in the episode that she used to be a makeup artist, so she was comfortable with that. But she, I think, took the hardest person possible for herself, and that shows a lot of gumption. So good for her. She pairs them all up, and no one seems mad about it. We find out that they are all part of the Rainbow Railroad. I'm never going to be able to say that correctly. And what the Rainbow Railroad is basically they're asylum seekers, not seekers, asylum helpers, for people that are living in countries where it's illegal to be homosexual, where you could be killed for being gay. And they get them out and put them in safe countries. All of these were obviously ones that had been placed in Canada. We had two of them were a married couple, which from Indonesia, which I thought was extra specially exciting. They got married while they were on vacation in Canada, and then ended up back in Canada after they got asylum. So I think it literally made me cry. Hearing these stories, which I think were just fantastic. We had a man from, I don't know their names. I wish I'd wrote down their names, but I didn't. I'm going to try to do my best with their drag names, but I don't even know if I know all of them either. But we had a man from Jamaica. We had a man from Syria. We had a man from Uganda. And then the couple was from Indonesia. And they all got paired up. And let's take a look at them. So Priyanka got the man from Jamaica. I'm not going to pretend to know his name because I don't know it, but his drag name is Elektra. He had a beard, which he shaved off. I am always excited when queens come on the show and are willing to shave off their facial hair. They had a very special connection. He was willing to do anything. He was actually a fan of Priyanka and had seen her perform before, so that was an extra bonus for him. Yeah, he got to work with a queen that he actually knows. So it was good. Let's see what the makeover looked like. There she is. There's Priyanka and Elektra. They are in coordinating outfits, not completely matching. The feathers and the colors are great. They're wearing matching headpieces. Elektra is in a little tiny mini dress, and Priyanka is in a bodysuit. So they're not matchy-matchy, but coordinating. I think they did a great job. I think Elektra was having a good time on that stage. She was having the time of her life. And that, to me, that's all that really matters with the Makeover Challenge. I just want them to have a good time. I don't want them to feel out of place or discredited at all. So good job. Next, we have Lemon, and she is paired with Brugell. See, I remembered his name. And that's because I think he's super cute with his beard. Once they shaved it off, his face was a little weird to me, but not unattractive. Brugell is from Syria. I'm sorry, the last one was from Jamaica. I don't know if I said that. This Brugell is from Syria, and he explained about life in Syria, where he had to pretend to be straight until he got out, and now lives in Canada and is living his life. And they showed some fun pictures of him in a little harness. So maybe she's a little leather daddy or a little leather boy. Who knows? But let's take a look at their makeover. This is Lemon and Lime. I knew this was going to be the name as soon as it was a makeover challenge, and she was going to make a sister. The judges said that she made her into her mother, and she did. She painted her really old. I don't know. I mean, one of the queens in the Untuck said Lemon had bragged about painting other queens before, and if she paints them all like this, it's so that she makes herself look prettier. I don't know. These wigs are not great. These are like $12 wigs on Amazon. You can buy them in a set of 5 different colors. It comes in the lime and the yellow and a pink and a blue and a purple. I've done it before, so that's how I know that's what they are. I like the hair and the gloves. The dresses I don't like really at all. I don't think it goes with the hair. Yeah, I didn't like this. It was one of the very weaker ones of the makeovers, and she painted her so old that I just felt bad for her. Scarlet Bobo got the gentleman from Uganda whose name I know his name. It's on the tip of my tongue, but I can't think what it is. This man is super special. He is still fighting for the people of Uganda, even though he's no longer there, because he wants their lives to be better. He said that 4 people he know just died, and 125 people in his country were just arrested because they went to a gay-friendly bar. It wasn't even a gay bar, it was a gay-friendly bar. And they just got arrested because it's so hated there. But he's still fighting for it, and he's hopeful that things will change. And that's amazing to me. So he is a super special person. And he was having the time of his life. Was he the most feminine woman? Not at all. But was he having a good time? He sure was. There's no question about that. So this is Scarlet, and I forgot her name. Violet. It's Violet. I think it's Violet. It's a purple color, so I think it's Violet. Scarlet and Violet Bobo. I hate these wigs. I'm not a fan of them. I'm not a fan of the bodysuits either. Excuse me. I think the bodysuits are really, really plain and simple and don't really work. Throwing this leather jacket on it is not really a thing for me. If that's supposed to make it special and interesting, it doesn't really do it for me. But like I said, he was having the time of his life on the runway. He didn't care what Bobo tried to teach him. He was just out there doing his thing and having a good time. So I appreciate that. But as far as the makeover, I didn't love the makeover at all. The makeup is good. The body suits are awful. And the jackets are kind of pointless to me. Jimbo and the one half of the married couple, whose name I don't know, from Indonesia. I don't know either of their names. I do know them, but again, I don't. So Jimbo, I don't know what I don't remember what they talked about, but they were having a lovely little kiki over there and enjoying themselves. And if you know Jimbo, he loves to be a super sex pot, and he got a queen that said that he's a slut. His drag persona is a slut. So they were a match made in heaven, and what came out of this makeover was nothing but perfection. This isn't even a great picture, but these two looked identical. Jimbo sewed both of these latex outfits, which is unreal. The fact that Jimbo had an extra set of these gigantic boobs is insane. I wish I could see Jimbo's boob collection, because they must be huge. Yeah, I don't know. It's crazy to me, but I love it. Yeah. I'm gonna pause 1 second. Don't go anywhere. I'll do it in a moment. If you can't see, my screen started to fall down, so I'm losing Chichi's name, but we'll fix that in a moment. But these two, I thought they sold it on the runway. They were having a good time. They were little lesbian lover sisters, which the judges didn't like, but I thought it was fantastic. It's perfectly on brand for Jimbo. And I could not say more about it. In my eyes, Jimbo won this challenge. And for some reason, the judges just don't like Jimbo anymore. Next, we have Rita Baga and the other half of our married couple from Indonesia. He was a little more quiet, which I guess worked for Rita Baga because she was quiet, or maybe Rita Baga made him be quiet because she wanted to only work on him and not really do anything else. I don't know. You didn't see much of them interacting, other than when they were in the makeup chairs talking kind of as a group, not necessarily one-on-one. here's the makeover. I didn't get it. I really didn't get it at all. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. It was bad. I like their hair. When Rita had it in the workroom, I was like, oh, that's really cool hair. I'm excited to see what they do. And that's what they did. It wasn't really great. They'd had reveals where you see the red and blue bodysuit that you kind of see on the makeover. And Rita kind of just took off that cape and had on like an ugly dress. It was bad. It was my least favorite makeover on the runway. And that's saying a lot for me because I like Rita Vaga, but this just wasn't it. I didn't get the story. I like that when she explained the story, that they talked about that gay couples in Indonesia can't even hold hands, and so that's why they held hands walking off the runway. But no one knew that. No one got that from this little story they were trying to tell in 30 seconds on the runway. It just didn't make any sense to me. That's all. And that is our last picture. So I'm going to stop this, and I'm going to stop my video for 1 second while I fix my backdrop. But I'll keep talking about it. So on the runway, they get their critiques. Sorry, this is a little more complicated than I expected it to be. Everything's falling. All right, let's try that and see what happens. I knocked everything over, but we're back. Chichi has been resurrected. I don't know, it may have stopped while I was doing that, I don't know. If it did, I'm back. If not, I'm still here. So they get their critiques on the runway. They loved Priyanka. They did not enjoy Lemon. They were kind of back and forth on Scarlet, and they were the same with Jimbo. They didn't like that Jimbo made it slutty. But that's what Jimbo does, so I don't know why they were surprised by that, but they were. And they did not get Rita's story. It makes sense. It all makes sense. I disagree with Jimbo's critiques because I thought Jimbo was the clear winner this week in my mind. But they are telling a story on Drag Race. We all know that. It's what they do what they want. And that's all. We have to be used to that by now because that happens. It happens every season. The winner this week was not Jimbo. It was Priyanka. And as her win, she didn't really get a prize, but she gets one of the best prizes of the season, in my opinion, and that is they are donating $10,000 in her name, to the Rainbow Railroad. See, I took my time because I wasn't going to say it right again. I was going to mess it up, but it's the Rainbow Railroad. They're giving $10,000 in her name, and that is enough to help one person to get out of their country. And to me, that is extraordinary. And Priyanka said in her interview, she's like, my drag just saved one person's life. And it makes me teary now just even talking about it. It's so magical to me, which is why I want them to auction off those puppets and make some more money for Rainbow Railroad because they are doing the Lord's work. They're doing everyone's work right now because it's just what the world needs right now. It made me feel so good about everything in the world. So go donate to them if you want. I'm going to be donating later once I do all my research on them because I think it is an extraordinary organization. In the bottom, however, then they say, so, sorry, I got lost in it. Priyanka wins the challenge. Then they send Scarlet Bobo back as being safe before Jimbo. Are they saying that Jimbo is in the bottom? With this look, I don't get that. Over Scarlet Bobo's little bodysuits with the leather jackets and fringe, no. You are not right, judges, producers, whoever is pulling the strings on this, you were wrong. I'm not coming after the judges. I'm not coming after the producers. I'm just saying this was just wrong in every sense of the word. Um, to leave Lemon, Jimbo, and Priyanka down as the bottom three, and then eventually send Jimbo back to safety was crazy. Crazy! Makes much more sense that Scarlet Bobo would have been there, because to me, she was safe. Jimbo was the top, win the top. I mean, again, I thought Jimbo should have won, but Priyanka did a great job too, so I'm not going to dispute that. But Jimbo was certainly better than Scarlet Bobo, in my opinion. That's my opinion only. But Lemon and Rita Vaga are in the bottom. Who would have thought Rita Vaga would have failed this challenge and ended up in the bottom? Um, but I'm glad she did. You know why? Because I wanted to see her lip sync. It's kind of the thing. I kind of want to see Jimbo lip sync too, because I don't know what his performance style is other than crazy, kooky fun. Um, so our song is, again, Alanis Morissette's You Ought to Know, Jagged Little Pill, Broadway. This is an iconic song. I've been waiting for an Alanis Morissette song since we got to Canada. And I'm glad that we got it on this lip sync because Rita Baga killed this lip sync. Lemon was there. Lemon gave the performance. It's kind of like the Latrice Royale, Kenya Michaels lip sync to Natural Woman. Latrice was just there serving it, giving you every emotion possible out of hugging the baby, everything. Kenya Michaels is up there dancing around. She had no idea what the song was. And that's kind of how I felt with Lemon. Lemon is a great performer, and I know that she does tricks, and she showed us that she does. But this isn't the song for those tricks. This is not a song. This is a song to emote and be powerful and angry. And this is what Rita Baga gave us, and it was a show. It was so good. At one point, I was worried that they were going to save both of them, but I don't think they do that. They can do that because there's only 3 judges that vote, and it can't be a tie. It's either unanimous or 2-1. Who's going home? So I don't think we're going to get that. I guess they could bring someone back at some point, but I don't think that's going to happen either in this first season. But you never know. But Rita Baga, in my opinion, slayed this lip sync so good. I'm gonna go watch it again because I thought it was just that good. I want to talk about our guest host, who was, I had to write her name down, Amanda Brugell. I didn't write it down, it's on my iPad. Ooh, Chichi's fallen again. I'm not fixing it again, sorry. I'm almost done, so you won't have to look at it very long, I hope. But we'll see. So Amanda Brugell, I don't know how to say her name. She's from Handmaid's Tale, and I was like, I don't know her name from Handmaid's Tale, but I watch Handmaid's Tale, so I was like, I can't wait to see which one it is. And it was Rita, and it made me very happy, and I loved her on this show. She can stay, and she loved Jimbo just as much as I did, and wants her outfit. So I hope that Jimbo makes her one in size 6, like she said. So I appreciated her on the show this week. Next week, we are having a winter's ball, a snowball, I think they called it. And they have to do 3 looks. I don't know if they have to create all of them. I hope they do, because I love when they have to create their own looks. And our extra special guest host is the one and only Michelle Visage. Those of you who watch or listen to this know I'm not a Michelle Visage fan. I'm fine that she's going to be there. I hope she's not nasty to these queens, because this is not her kind of drag at all. She goes for the very pretty, very ladylike drag. She doesn't like bodysuits, so we're going to get some critiques about that, I'm sure. She doesn't like chaps. We've seen a lot of chaps on the runway this season. What else doesn't she like? She doesn't like the color green. So we'll see if we get some green to piss her off even more. I just hope that she is respectful to these queens and their craft and what they do. Ooh, we lost another corner. Let's wrap it up before the whole thing falls. We don't want to lose Chi-Chi's beautiful face. Yeah, so Michelle Visage will be there. I will have a lot to say. Maybe I'll bring on a guest to talk about her, someone that does not share the same feelings of me as Michelle Visage, to counterpoint me, and we'll have that to talk about. If you are listening to this as a podcast and want to watch my backdrop fall down right before your eyes, you can catch it on YouTube, on my YouTube channel, which is BHBrown13. And if you are watching and saw all the dramatics that happened and don't want to watch it ever again, you can listen to it on podcast form. I am on all the platforms at Sashay Away with Barry. And I have a website, which is also sashayawaywithbarry.com. If you would like to vote in our Toot and Boot poll of the looks of the week, you can follow me on Instagram at Sashay Away with Barry. And those this week's poll will be up very shortly. So you will have, it is, excuse me again, 11:30-ish here in New York City. So those pictures should be up in the next 15 minutes. So you'll have to like 11:45 on Friday night to cast your votes for the runway looks of this week's Canada's Drag Race. Thank you all for watching / listening, however you're getting this, either podcast form or video form. Follow me on Instagram and we'll toot and boot along. Comment below. We had comments last week. I want to find them because I was very excited to get them. And I want to shout out these people. If I can get there, I will. But I appreciate all comments. Someone told me, I want to get their name before I start misinforming, which I do often. I want to go to the video, but not play it because I've already listened to it. I will say that 2 people did not like my video last week. That's fine. Everyone is entitled to their opinion. And I can't get to the comments. So we will talk about them next week, I guess, because I don't know why. I'm really not technological. See, I can't even say the word. I can't work technology. That's what I'm trying to say. I don't know why I can't. Oh, there they are. So Stefan from Montreal, thank you for your comment, and you're the best. Rob Miller, who informed me that he knows who Aliax is, even though he's 40. FYI, I'm going to be 49 next month. And I explained to him that I don't really listen to pop music, current pop music, I should say. I grew up in the 80s, so I know 80s music, I know some 90s. I mean, I know some current music, but I listen to show tunes most of the time, and I listen to podcasts all the time. So my knowledge of current pop music, and by current, I mean like the last 10 years pop music, is very small. That's why I don't know who Aliax is. And finally, JWT Chef. I want to shout you out because he informed me that it was Darcel in Portland. That's the name of the queen I could not think of last week. She is actually the oldest living performing queen. She is 89, and that is older than the queen on Canada's Drag Race, whose name has now left me, Michelle Duberry. So maybe Michelle Duberry is the oldest living in Canada, but Darcel is the oldest living in the world at 89. So thank you, gentlemen, for your comments. Thank you for for informing me, because I totally blanked out on Darcel's name. And I've actually seen her perform. So, that's the way it is. Thank you all for watching and listening. And I will be back with you again next week. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram, Sashay with Barry. Cast your votes for the Toot and Boots of the runway. Thanks, everyone. Bye. Oh, we're losing it. It's all falling down.